at the high of day. I'd like to watch MDAI over the 4.8. Over 4.8, if you take a look at the hourly though, you've got a bit of mess back here. Let me switch back to it. This range from the 4.2s all the way up into the 4.7s and up into lower 5s, like 5.2, 5.3. There's a lot of chop on the hourly, so you know, as far as trying to play this, I might watch it into the open over the 4.8. But let's see, if we were to risk the 4.8, you would have range up into about 5.2. I'm going to go ahead and toss a 5.2 on my chart, and then we've also got 5.5. So keep an eye on that, 5.2 and 5.5 on the break of 4.8 on MDAI. I'd be watching that over the high. We've also got ICU, which we may watch today. I don't like how it traded at all yesterday. It does have range today over 1.2. But that's the only way that I look to play it is over 1.2. All right, so I will watch that over 1.2. Netflix still stuck up under 400. Yeah, as we expected. I mean, not too many gappers this morning. Best gapper we've got right now is MDAI, which of course we've also got our Tesla and Netflix that we'd like to be watching pretty heavily today. I'm going to be watching Tesla like a hawk today. I really want to see that bounce up over the 230s. So if we can reclaim the 230s today, I'd like to watch for some higher lows, take it up for a longer, maybe a slower grinder into the afternoon, up into the mid 230s and to 239 of 240. We'll see if we can't get anything else on that. AT&T up big this morning, 5%. Not really a fan of AT&T up here. Yeah, not really a fan up here at all. Over 15.10 to 15.5, it's a horrible spot to try and go long. So we're not going to be looking to play AT&T today. Do we want to watch NVIDIA today? Going to bounce this morning after that big old sell-off 2 days ago. Well, really yesterday, that did continue as well. We are back over that low from Tuesday. So I might watch this today. You have range back up into the lower 430s. You've got range back up into the lower 430s. So I may watch this today on NVIDIA. Off of that low from Monday at 424.80. We will keep an eye on this, potentially watch it later. All right, so let's get everything pulled up. We've got ICU. I want to look at ICU. Actually respected that zone down there pretty nicely. I do want to keep on watching that. But we've got ICU, we've got MDAI. We've got Netflix. Make sure you're pulling all these charts up, getting them ready for the open. We've got Netflix, we've got Tesla. Getting everything pulled up on my screens now that we know what we kind of want to be watching. We want to watch NVIDIA. And we also have SPR. And from last night's watch list, we've got, let's see here, SPR, ICU, Netflix. So yeah, we already have everything pulled up. So we've got ICU, MDAI, Netflix, Tesla, NVIDIA, and SPR. So we've got 6 things to watch into the open. And again, we are going to be cutting it early today at the latest 10:30 with Powell coming up to speak. So should still be a good day. Just have to stay picky. If we have no trades, we have no trades. But for right now, we're going to be sitting back optimistic that we do find something. Like I said, it should be a good day today. So just be smart, be picky. All right, all right, all right. New highs on Netflix. Like I said, I do want to watch that today. It's just, we wanted to play it off of the 385s today. Like I said, you would have had to really woken up at 4 a.m. to even catch that move. So we'll watch that maybe over 400, but I'd already missed the plan there on Netflix. Oh goodness. Macchiato accidentally bought ICU, your solar won't fill. Hold on. I'm trying to read here to make sure you're able to sell. You still have it. Okay. And it says you have an open order? I would just cancel the order and just get out for now and see what's wrong with the hotkey later. Yeah, I would cancel it and just put in a regular order at the bid, just get filled on the exit for now. And we can see what's wrong with the hotkey rather than trying to fumble around with it. That's why I always say it's really good to try all of your hotkeys first before you try using them in pre-market, because you know, last thing you want to do is hop into a trade and then all of a sudden you're stuck in it. So just go ahead and close it out with a bid order. Then we can take a look. But yeah, depending on when he submitted the order, I mean, trying to think, let me go back and read. Well, no, it wouldn't have filled because if he's trying to sell last price at 119 and then price is 114, it's not going to fill. It's not going to fill unless it's back up at around that 114, 119, I mean. I guess with the 5 cent off, yeah. But then if there's no bid there, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that might not be the issue. I don't know. I mean, if you try to place it at 119, then yeah, I don't know. It should have filled up there. Yeah, no, I mean, if he did it at 119, I guess it did knife down to like 115 pretty quick, but hard to say. It won't fill price at 130. Like I said, cancel that order. Just place a regular order. A regular order, just sell at the bid, get out. We can look at your hotkeys and see what's wrong with it. But right now, I mean, you don't want to be fumbling around taking a loss or enlarging that loss because you're trying to get it to work right now. I would cancel the order. Sell regularly just so you can get out and kind of recoup here. Regroup and see what's up with your hotkeys. Vibin, I just read up here your MDAI. So you bought 476, built some out at 478. I'm trying to think, how'd you get stuck down to 434? I know it came down from the 4.7s and then all the way down to 4.4s, down to 4.3s, but got a bad fill. What was your order set at? Because I mean, as soon as it failed to break that 4.8, I mean, if you got filled on the exit at like 4.58 or something, I'd say that'd be worst case. Because I don't think that's an order issue in that particular instance. Does paper trading have hotkeys? I don't know if they do. Maybe it does. They don't? Okay. Well then, yeah, there's your answer. No, there's paper trading. Everybody always suggests it, and I think it's great to learn the platform, but to actually learn how to actually execute, paper trading is going to do a whole bunch of nothing because it's laggy. It's so delayed. By the time you try and enter something, it takes 5-10 seconds for it to fill. You know, it's good to practice the platform. It's bad to practice trading. So if you're practicing trading, you know, risk $1, risk $2 if you want to start small and just kind of trade paper, but that's my 2 cents. I feel like every paper trading is, yeah, it's so delayed. It is so delayed. I feel like it helps nobody. Plus, anybody that paper trades, they don't take it serious. They just kind of flop money around. Yeah, exactly. There's no attachment to the money, so they just hop all around, learn nothing from it. Well, it'll happen again if we don't fix that hotkey, Macchiato. So toss a screenshot in the chat if you can. Let's take a look at it. Let's see if there's something that maybe you missed, maybe something happened. Juan, you were learning so much in it. What did you learn from paper trading, Juan? Like, if it was good, I know, like I said, it's good for learning the platform, but for actually learning how to trade, you're not going to learn a whole lot because it's so delayed, especially with our type of trading. By the time you try and get a fill, you know, that move happened 10, 15 seconds ago, you know? So it's good for learning how to hit all the buttons. It's good to set up your charts, but that's really about it. You held a bit longer than you should have. Yeah, that's a huge one. That's a huge one. As soon as something invalidates, you just got to cut it. I don't care if you'd like it to go or not. I mean, look, if we look at MDAI again, and I took the same trade, I took a loss on it. But if we look at MDAI, it found big sellers here on the breakout. What do we always say? As soon as it fails to break, what's the market tell you here? I'll send a screenshot. I mean, you're looking at a difference between a, you know, 6-cent loss and a, in your case, a 40-cent loss. Let's see. Okay, so Macchiato, do this. We'll worry about dark mode later. I know that hurts your eyes, but right click on the, you see Turbo Trader? Right click in that box and open the settings and show us the order that you were trying to use to get filled on that exit. Another issue too is you've got that set up to where you only have orders for pre-market. You don't have any orders for market hours. So between 9:30 and 4, you want to have different orders. You want to have market orders set up for you. So just hover over Turbo Trader, right click on it, send these settings in here for that order you were using, and also turn on some market orders too. No, so hover over Turbo Trader, right click and hit Turbo Trader settings. And then it will show you the settings. Find the order that you were trying to get filled with and send a screenshot in the chat. I just want to make sure it's set up right so that doesn't happen again. I think we mentioned this yesterday too. It's so important to try out your hotkeys before you go out and just start using them. You've got to take it for a test drive first. Otherwise, it can get pretty ugly if you don't get filled. Especially in a bad situation. If something's too volatile, you're trying to get a quick exit and it doesn't fill, then you're not sitting too pretty for the rest of the day. So if you go to your settings, Macchiato, Turbo Trader, find whatever that order is for sell. It should be like sell customized. That's what it's called. You should have a sell customized if you're doing a last price. Like this. Yeah, go to that. Oh, no. That's why I wasn't filling. If you're using a close, that's a market order, unless you have it set to a limit at last. But close should be for market only. Set up a... Yeah, that's the issue. Close is only for market hours. There's no option to turn on extended hours with that, so you've got to use sell customized. Yeah, that's the issue. That's the issue. So go to sell customized, do a limit last price, turn on extended hours, and then put that offset back on, and it should work. Try it out before open with like one share. See if it works, and that should fix it there. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be putting a positive offset on the ask. If there's a wide spread, you're gonna catch a really bad fill. Last. Now that is for scaling out, not for exiting. If you're trying to exit, you need to sell at the bid with an offset below the bid, yes. So stop loss in pre-market, offset below the bid. Trimming your position on the way up, you want to have last price with an offset. Because with, of course, a stop, you want to get out instantly, which is why you'd put a offset below. You have mid, ask, or bid. There should be a last price. I feel like we're looking at something wrong here. You're looking at options. I think you're looking at options. Yeah, you're looking under the options category. Go up to stocks. You're looking at the mid price for options. You need to go up to stocks and then sell customized there. You're just in the wrong category. It's the one right above it. And if anybody else in here has questions about their active trader setup, always feel free to go in the chat and talk about it. I don't mind helping. Hard to do anything if your, technical setup isn't there, so. All right, so let's see, the video back over 429. We do want to watch that one today. We've got about 18 minutes until the open. Got Netflix, MDAI, ICU, Tesla, NVIDIA. I think I'm most interested in Tesla and Netflix today, but if small caps do perk up again like they did yesterday, then we'll see what they have to offer. Thoughts on IFBD? Let's see. Let's take a look at the daily, see if we have any range. So right now my issue with it is we are currently stuck below that 50 on the daily. But up over the 50, you might have a decent look. Let's see here, hold on. And Macchiato, that is fine. Just toss it in the chat whenever you do have those questions. Let me check the daily real quick on IFBD on Webull. It's easier for me to see. Okay. So we've got the 50 sitting right at 21 cents. I don't know, your range on IFBD isn't really too great. So Willy Wonka, if you look at the daily, take a look at IFBD on the daily, you'll see a lot of price between 21.85 and like 23. So there's not a whole lot of range. Had we been at like maybe over 15, that would have been nice, but other than that, you don't really have a whole lot there to try and play. So what you're looking for is areas on the chart where price made a move in the past. That's where you're going to find your range. Because where price struggled in the past, it will struggle in the future. I'll send a screenshot. Oh, let's see. Oh gosh. I'm glad I changed that new guy's name yesterday. That would have been something interesting for me to say. I don't think you guys saw it, but I changed it to Mother Hunter, so I'm sure you can go back and look. Okay, you did. Let's see. If you enter a trade by pressing buy 50%, then sell 100%. So no, selling 100% would sell that full position. But now buying 50%, that would buy with 50% of your portfolio. Or your account value. So if you want to use like 10% of your capital, you would put 10%. But if you want to sell, yeah, then you would do 10% of your position by putting 10%. Netflix squeezing up big over 400 here. I want to be watching the flush on Netflix at the open. Can you set up a turbo trade with a few different buy and sell price amounts or percentages for scaling out? You can, yeah. For me, I'd suggest just putting a half button. That way, whenever you sell half, then you'll sell half again. That'll be a quarter. So I don't know if I'd use a 25% sell button, just because then you're doing a 25% sale. And then after that, you're selling 25% of 75%. Then you're selling 25% of whatever that is. And it just doesn't work as well. So by doing 50%, you know, you can sell your half to de-risk. And then whenever you sell half again, you'll have a quarter left. And then another half, you'll have runners left. That's how I do it. All right, so we're going to be watching Netflix at the open. I'd like to watch for a flush on that. You've got range up to 407 and 411. Gonna watch it over 480. 480 cents. Go ahead and pull this up and take a look. I'll watch and see if it can base up here over the 401 level. No, Vibin, like I said, for new hotkeys, try it out with like a single share. See how it works first before you go out there risking with it. That goes for anybody in here. If you have a new hotkey set up, please try it before you go out there and take a big loss when it doesn't fill. You said it's either going to be really bad or really good in my next trade. Oh my god. $12 minutes. Good morning, Stoke. Let me find you a really stoked. I mean, just buy a single share of something. Get a single share of like MDAI or ICU just so you can get a fill. Just see if that hotkey works. If something too slow, it's not going to be as accurate because it's going to be hard for you to get fill. $39 people in the stream this morning. You guys are up early. So it should be a good day. Like I said, though, Powell is speaking at 10:30 or 12. We're going to be done trading by 10:30. So keep that in mind. It's going to be a lot of chop this afternoon and over lunch. But it should be a good day all in all. Just have to be picky, be patient, wait for these setups to come to us. So far, nothing yet this morning. But I'm going to be watching MDAI, ICU, Netflix, SPR, NVIDIA, Tesla. So we're watching for a flush on Netflix. Watching for... I guess I'll watch for a flush really on MDAI too, although I'd like to see a bit of a breakout on that over 5 maybe. I'll be watching this Netflix. Pretty big. My biggest concern with the Netflix is up over 400. You're in a bit of a sell zone on the daily. But we do still have range pretty clear up to the 407. 407 and then 412 is the actual next level. 412, 413-ish. 10 minutes to go. Sitting back, letting everything set up for us. And I really want to be watching Tesla. If Tesla can reclaim the 230s today. I'd really like to play that if it can scoot back up over the 230s. So are you guys all good now with your active trade before we go into open? We've got 9 minutes. Hoping for some good setups today. This is the first morning all week. We really haven't had anything in pre-market to play. Every other morning we've gone into open with some cushion, but this morning we don't really have a whole lot to play. So we are going to be watching, like I said, a lot of these larger names today too, along with some of our small caps. Not too many small cap gappers this morning though. MTC continuing much higher here. Now I didn't like that price action at all whenever I took a look at it last night. On the daily, let's see, we're at 176 here in PM. We've got range up to about 2 and 20, about 2 and 220 really on it. So I may look at MTC after open 2. Over 1.7, it's not a bad look. We will watch MTC out of open 2, see what it looks like. Not enough liquidity on it yet, but if it does clear up after open, it is one for us to watch. The MTC over 1.7. Got a handful of things to watch. Let me get all of my plans typed up before we get into open. We want to watch Tesla over 230s. Max risk being 228. MTC over 170. Range 2, 220. Got Netflix over 400. Or 412 range there. MDAI, not really a fan. Nvidia, ICU, maybe. Right now, I'll post these up. Anything else comes up, we'll take a look. Just be careful on MTC yet. Like I said, liquidity is not great on it. So it's going to be easy to get chopped up chasing that thing up. So be careful. Not much volume on it whatsoever. So wait until after open, see what it looks like. We're also going to be watching Netflix to see. Pretty nice spot on the daily here on Netflix, over 400. And we do have that range up to about 412, 413. Do you need sell bid? You need to have an offset below the bid for a stop loss in pre-market. That way you can make sure that, you know, you're getting your exit when you want to be getting that exit and you're not sitting there trying to chase price down. You won't get filled below the bid, you know. It's just like it'll toss your order below the bid. It'll just fill you at the nearest bid. It's just so you're not trying to chase the price down as it does knife through your risk, taking a much larger loss. I'm curious what SPR does today too. That was the really nice one that we had yesterday morning at open. We played it from 20.7 up to 22 bucks. And I want to see what that wants to do again today. If it can break up through yesterday's high, maybe we watch it. Maybe we watch it off of the 2090 today. We'll have to see how price reacts back onto that kind of weird area of demand from yesterday. I like the 2030 a bit more, but we'll watch it. Not a whole lot of volume here in pre-market. Four minutes till open. We've got Tesla, Netflix, ICU, SPR. Holy cow. 42% drop on NXU. Is it not a good idea to buy small caps? I mean, yesterday, for example, we did buy SPR going into the open, but sometimes, sure, you can. We will sometimes do that, but there's nothing that really looks good into the open that you can really consider playing. Netflix popping back up here at the open. I want to keep watching this for pullbacks. I was considering it back there at 401.90, but didn't take it, didn't like it enough. So I'm going to watch this off pullbacks into the open, out of open, 406.70, new highs on Netflix. Good grief. Yeah, if something is strong going into the open and it has range down, actually, Poocher, go up to the Premium Wins channel and look at the SPR trade from yesterday. That's like the only time I would ever really consider taking one of those really weird opening high risk pop trades. Generally, I wouldn't. But that kind of goes through my mindset with that trade yesterday. All right, and again, before we get into open, keep in mind Powell is speaking at 12. So if there is not much opportunity today that looks like, we have a nice probability of success in it, then just sit back, wait for something else. And if nothing else shows up, then we're just going to sit back and wait.